Our theme for this year's independence is moving forward in unity to build a stronger nation. When we gained political independence, our country was largely undeveloped. It pains me to say, 41 years on, not much had changed. Past governments have struggled for positive change with limited success. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we failed because we neglected the importance of waking the national consciousness of our people to build this nation. We drove the development agenda, but of course left our people behind. And I suppose this was what our first Chief Minister, the late Solomon Mamaloni, implied when he said that Solomon Islands is a nation conceived but never born. This aphorism provides good food for thought in reflecting on our journey so far and envisioning a way forward. However, if indeed our nation was conceived but never yet born, then I bid us all, our national consciousness and pride, to uphold our collective moral duty to give birth to our country in unity to make it a stronger nation. I strongly believe that we cannot progress far if we do not have this nationalistic pride in us as Solomon Islanders. We endured a lot since our independence, especially the challenging times over the past 2 decades. And I need not remind us of what we came through. However, not all of us remember our darkest days during the civil unrest which happened 20 years ago. For more than 50% of our population who are under 20 years of age today, you would have only heard stories about the pain, the challenges, and tragedies the country went through at the time. For some of us, the experiences were real, and it seemed like it was only yesterday. Fellow citizens, we must never allow ourselves to go through such experiences again. We are better than that. There is more that unites us than divides us. Fellow citizens, this country was not built by elected leaders alone. This country was and will continue to be built by all of us, fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, people from all walks of life, our forebearers, the current generations and future generations. We all have and will continue to be the building blocks for our beloved nation. Nation building is our individual and collective responsibility to this country and the responsibility of the generations that will come after us. However, this understanding of nation building still eludes our national consciousness even to this day. And for example, the election of the prime ministers had often been peaceful in the past 2.5 decades after independence. However, since 2006, April riots, this has changed. Most recently, the election of the prime minister was met with some public disorder. People took to the streets to demonstrate their opinions. Whilst I respect their rights to freedom of expression, it must be unequivocally stated that these rights are not absolute. Our individual and collective responsibility under the Constitution should guide our actions and due processes, and the rule of law must be respected. We all know what happened in the past when we take the law into our own hands. Our young generations who constitute our future need God's wisdom and guidance. Our young generation must learn to be responsible citizens. Parents, helping to mold our children to be responsible citizens is our first and foremost responsibility. The state, too, has a responsibility in putting systems in place to assist in guiding our young generation. I humbly call on all who are responsible for providing guidance, mentoring, and leadership to our young generation to do so with the greatest of urgency. This includes the current government and its various institutions. We must leave behind a legacy we can be all proud of. A country with a strong economy, a country with good infrastructure and a robust service delivery system that will infuse our young generation with national consciousness and good citizenship, that will promote, uphold, and respect others for the greater good of all.